Assalamu alaikum. My name is Aminath Ahmed and I'm from grade 9. In this Teen Summit 2020, I'm going to be giving a presentation on the effect of friendship on teen behavior. In this presentation, I'm going to be highlighting on an introduction, my research objectives, research questions, research method, results, and then conclusion. Introduction. There is no denying the fact that young people are more influenced by their friends than their teachers or behavior. Especially because our friends are closer to us in age, we tend to share the same preferences, tastes, and we go through the same experiences and phases. So this encourages us to adopt their behaviors and beliefs. But the real question is this change something that is really beneficial for us or is it unhealthy? And to find that out, I conducted a research again to analyze the impact of friendships on their behavior and to explore whether teen friendship influences positively or negatively. In this research, there are two main questions. The first one is what are the impacts of friendship on teen behavior? And the second one is how does teen friendship influences their behavior? To get my answers, I created an online form which I sent to 30 teenagers of Adu City via different social media platforms, and then I collected their answers, summarized them, and got my results. So these are the results for the first part of the research, which is the impacts of teenage friendship on student behavior. And here I found out two main points. The first one is change in their preferences, and the second one is social anxiety. Changing preferences. So in my research, I asked the teenagers if their choices are affected by their friends. And more than 50% of the students said that their choices are affected by their friends. So I researched further in detail. And 40% of the students stated that their way of talking is influenced by their friends. 37% of the students said that their likes and dislikes, including favorite music, TV shows, these things are influenced by their friends. And the 30% of the students said that their dressing style is influenced by their friends. So they tend to imitate their friends' dressing style and more. So this is a huge impact on their behavior. The second one is social anxiety. So I asked the teenagers if they get insecure when they feel like they cannot impress their friends. Even though 30% said no, the rest of the 70% of the students said that they do feel insecure when they feel like they cannot impress their friends. Now, insecurities is something that should not be present within friendship. It can attack one's self-confidence and causes social anxiety, which has a huge negative impact on the behavior around people. So this is a very unhealthy impact in their lives. So these are the second part of the results, which I got the answers for the influence of teenage friendship on student behavior. And here also I found out two main points. The first one is peer pressure and the second one is moral support. Peer pressure. So I asked the teenagers if they have ever been pressured to do something that's out of their comfort zone. Even though like 53% of the students said no, the rest of the 47% of the students said that they have been pressured to do things that are out of their comfort zone. Now, this is a very large proportion. So I researched further in detail and found out that 17% of the students have been pressured to break rules. 13% of the students have been pressured to bunk classes, 23% of the students have been pressured to teasing, and 30% of the students have been pressured to keeping secrets. And I also found out that in this research, no one has ever been pressured to like stealing. And that is a really good thing because stealing is one of the most negative deed out of all the options given here. But other than that, all of the other things are really an unhealthy influence on their behavior. Moral support. So 36% of the students said that their friends reminds them of their values and morals. Now, us being Muslims, our values and morals are really important and we should never be distracted from it. The other 36% of the students said that their friends gives them right advice. Advice is like a valuable piece of information which helps us stay on the right track. And the other 28% of the students said that their friends motivates them to study. Now, us being teenagers, studies is one of the biggest responsibility that can come us to like in this age. Now, if their friends support them, it is a really positive influence in their life. So in my research, I found out that the influence of friendship is not one-sided. It can be both way. It's positive and negative. And even though like the students have weighed more on the positive influences, the negative influences are still present when it should not be there at all. So a coin has two sides. Similarly, the influence of friendship can also be two ways. As I said before, it's positive and negative. At the end of the day, we should be like careful about what we are being influenced into and what we are being pressured into. And keeping that in mind, we have to choose the right people to call as our friends, because building a healthy friendship can lead to a healthy life. Thank you.